I highly recommend you picking this up if you want this and supporting your favorite movies and TV shows on physical media. I've talked about this. I keep talking about this. Hello fellow followers and welcome back to FanZcene, and today I have for you, it looks like the Full Moon features film Famous TNA Part 2, which I actually just recently talked about in my B-Movies and Boobies video I just did. I'll put a link right here for you guys. Check that out after you check out this video. But the Famous TNA Part 2 looks like it may have been banned from Amazon Prime streaming video, which is absolutely ridiculous. That this is yet another reason why I say support physical media. And yes, we're going to be talking about that in this video. Any chance I get a chance to talk about supporting physical media, and it seems like I'm doing a lot of videos like this here lately, but it just the craziness and the nonsense in this world and stuff that we love just keeps falling apart. And, you know, I'm a huge physical media supporter, and it's just, you know, with Netflix losing all the subscribers and due to possibly lose millions more subscribers, their stock failing, streaming services stalling out and stuff, you know, what better time to get back into physical media? But anyways, I'm back onto Famous TNA Part 2. You know, I follow Full Moon Features on Instagram and Twitter, and I was going through my Instagram today, and I saw this post by Full Moon Features here, where it says that as you can see at the bottom there, it says it was banned by Amazon streaming, and to purchase the Blu-ray and DVD, which I highly recommend you purchase this Blu-ray or DVD if you want to watch this. Hosted by Diana Prince, who's known to a lot of people as Darcy the Mail Girl on Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In. It's a collection of scenes of actresses that became famous or are famous now doing nude scenes, and which is crazy that this is still being talked about, being censored on streaming and not allowing people to see it, whatever. But yeah, if you want to pick this up, I will put a link in the description down below for Full Moon Direct, where you can go purchase this, because I definitely plan on picking up a copy myself on Blu-ray. I'm going to definitely get a hold of that. And also, as I do know that it is still streaming on Full Moon Features streaming services, and you know, I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't find an article or anything about this, but I did go onto my Amazon Prime and check it out. That as you can see here, it looks like it is not streaming, so it looks like it's probably banned from Amazon Prime Video streaming. However, you can still purchase it on Amazon, the Blu-ray and DVD, which is hypocritical maybe. I'm just saying, if you're not going to allow it to stream, why are you going to sell it? That's ridiculous. You should just allow it to stream. But yeah, I haven't found a full-on article or anything about it, but it looks like it has more than likely been banned, or at least taken down for whatever reason. I don't know, but it's just like I said, I highly recommend you picking this up if you want this and supporting your favorite movies and TV shows on physical media. I've talked about this. I keep talking about this. I'm repetitive on this because sometimes the best way to get your point across is to continuously repeat, so that people you know, can hear you, see what you want, and understand you. So yes, I would say support this. And you know, Full Moon Features streaming services and Blu-rays are great. I recommend their Full Moon Features streaming service. You know, like I said, I think streaming can be beneficial. I think, you know, for people who don't know Full Moon Features and want to learn about it, you get the streaming service. They have a lot of great stuff on there. You can learn about it, and if you like what you see, you can go to Full Moon Direct and purchase the Blu-rays, which is always a good thing. Like, whereas Netflix and even Amazon now and them and HBO, all these studios are focused on just streaming services. They're not focused on Blu-ray or physical media anymore, because you know, they just want to put it all into streaming, and they cut costs and censorship and just do whatever they want, which is it's still mind-boggling to me, like I said. So yeah, I would recommend that. And you know, Troma, if you're into like Troma stuff, which is another great independent film company, the longest running independent film company, Lloyd Kaufman, awesome. Check that out as well too. I will warn some of you out there who've never seen Troma, it's an acquired taste, but you know, it's some crazy you know, in your face exploitation type of stuff, which is always cool. And you know, it's not woke. It's not woke. But you know, it's still crazy, because I just don't know why they would. I mean, I can understand in some cases, you know, you really shouldn't let your certain people of certain age watch something like Famous TNA Part 2, but if you're a grown adult and it's your house and you want to stream it, you should be able to stream it. You shouldn't be told you shouldn't be able to do that. That's a little ridiculous. And if you guys don't know what a Famous TNA Part 2 is all about, here's a little taste of the trailer for you guys. thing you could want in a movie. The best bits. The best bits. Anyways, it just looks really good, and I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely picking it up, and it seems like there's an air of censorship and stuff that a lot of people have been talking about here lately. It seems like it's on the mind of a lot of people through a lot of things, not just streaming and movies and entertainment, but censorship all around, and it's kind of crazy. It's a weird time, definitely weird times. And as I close out this video, I want you to please, hit that like button if you like it. Subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. If you liked what you saw, please share the video out for everybody to see. Spread the word, on physical media. Support it. If you feel like you want to cancel some of your streaming services, do it. Like I said, I recommend Full Moon Features, Shudder, and if you're into like some crazy exploitation out there stuff, Trauma Now. Those are some great, outside of the mainstream Hollywood stuff. I would get those. But, if you want to keep your streaming services, keep them. By all means, keep them. But I feel like we shouldn't be told what we can and cannot see, what we can and cannot purchase. That's crazy. That's just still crazy to me. But as I close out this video, I wanted to leave you with this from Joe Bob Briggs from The Last Drive-In, his thoughts on censorship. I don't agree with everything he says in this, but I think he's got a point, and as you'll hear as he talks about it, I do think a lot of us have actually started to notice this censorship. And yes, there's been talk about the decline in physical media, and that's a lot due to the streaming services and the studios not wanting to put out newer titles on that. And so we have boutique Blu-rays. But anyways, I think a lot of us actually have started noticing, and I do think there's a bit of a change, a brewing. I really do. I feel like there's something in the air that's changing, and maybe for the better. But here is Joe Bob Briggs, some of his thoughts on censorship. Like I said, I don't agree with all of it, but it's very poignant. He hits the nail on the head, and here you go.
Pretty much everything is going to be moving to the cloud, right? The problem with the cloud is that someday the cloud is going to explode into a fine digital mist, and trillions of cultural artifacts are going to be lost. I don't know how that's going to happen, whether it's going to be cyber terrorism or actual war or simple mismanagement, but a whole bunch of stuff is going to get burned up, and everybody's going to be asking, who do I sue? Of course, all your physical media could burn up. Your house could burn down, take all your tapes and DVDs with it. But State Farm would replace it, right? The problem with the cloud blowing up is it takes 1 billion other people with you. But that's not even the worst result of moving away from physical media. The worst result is that controversial movies and TV shows and music, especially under the radar media like I Spit on Your Grave, that stuff will simply not be there anymore. They will be censored into a digital void, and we won't even notice it's happening. Take it from a person who has dealt with censors his whole life. They're not anything like the stereotype. The stereotype of the censor is Anthony Comstock, head of the New York Society for the Suppression of Vice, upholding Victorian morality. The stereotype is Thomas Bowdler, the English doctor who took all the naughty parts out of Shakespeare. The stereotype is Tipper Gore, dedicating herself to saving the youth of America by getting rid of rap music. I've only encountered one opponent like this, the Reverend Donald Wildman of Tupelo, Mississippi, a family values advocate who devoted himself to ridding the world of pornography in all its forms, including high school sex comedies and horror films. Now, the Reverend, he was fun to debate with because his position was so pure. He really did think movies could turn ordinary people into rapists and killers. But these aren't real censors. These are crusaders. They eventually collapse under the weight of their own self-righteousness. The real censors are the people who say, let's just stay away from that topic. They're the retiring types. They wear gray cardigans and sensible shoes. They're middle managers at Disney. They're creative executives at Fox. They're lawyers at CBS. Their solution to any controversy is cancel the show, pull the film out of distribution, cut off the licensing. Don't watch the Sign My Dick scene from Victor Crowley on Amazon Prime because they took out the money shot. It's crime, showing a dick. Notice that these are all crimes of omission. They just make the film or the scene or the entire series unavailable. And these are the people who own the cloud. These are the people who run streaming. Once the DVD players are gone and once the Blu-ray players are gone, all we'll have left is faceless bureaucrats who are periodically cleansing their library of inconvenient titles. And they won't care about right or wrong, justice or injustice, questions like, has enough time passed to start running the Cosby Show again? And the little companies like Something Weird Video, knocking at the doors of the big streaming services, no, sir, I don't think our company needs to be renting Bigfoot Gets Laid at the current time. We're doing just fine with Transformers 12. So it'll be censorship of the minority by the majority. It'll be silent, it'll be legal. You won't even notice it until the day you find out that there's a movie called Cannibal Holocaust, but you can't watch it because all the rights have been purchased by an animal rights group so they can make sure it's never seen again. Vladimir Putin will love it. Xi Jinping will love it. All you have to do is find the corrupting media influence wherever it resides in the cloud, push one button, and voila, it's gone. So much better than when they had those pesky home video devices, right? In those days, we couldn't even be sure of what they were watching. Media is better when it keeps track of the watcher. Media is better when it doesn't just know what to feed you, it knows when to starve you.